Good morning, cadets. We completed important topics, question and answers, revision related to the chapter Rise of Nationalism in Europe. Rise of Nationalism in Europe and Nationalism in India, two compulsory chapter for the class 10th board examination. Since compulsory chapter for the board examination, if you are aiming to score maximum mark in social science, you should thorough with the each and every aspect of the chapter. I hope you have gone through the videos. Since the viewership is very less, I doubt many of you have not done that. If you depend on any other video source, no problem, but please go through the videos and learn. Today let us study some of the important way in which we can remember the important events related to the chapter Nationalism in India. Nationalism in India is an important chapter not only in class 10th, even in class 12th. When you are appearing for UPSC, you can expect a lot of questions from the topic of nationalism in India. So try to understand the basics in a very systematic way so that you will not face any problem in future. Here we can see a picture of a flow chart. Okay, it's a picture of a flow chart. So this flow chart explains about various events related to the nationalism in India. India's first freedom struggle took place in 1857. That is what we call Revolt of 1857, First War of Indian Independence, or British called it as Sepoy Mutiny. So officially the events of Revolt of 1857 onwards, we considered that a systematic or an organized struggle against the British rule in India. In 1870, Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay composed the poem Vande Mataram. Now, when we studied the rise of nationalism in chapter, we studied a topic called language and the age of romanticism. Language and the culture plays a very important role in uniting the people, because it definitely gives a lot of importance for local feelings. So as a result, Vande Mataram, composed by Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay, considered as one of the greatest uniting force of Indians in the freedom movement, freedom struggle. In 1885, Congress was formed in Mumbai. W.C. Banerjee chaired the first meeting of Congress. So if you could remember what you studied few years back, the Indian National Congress was formed under the leadership of A.O. Hume, a retired British officer who started Indian National Congress with the purpose of exchange of ideas and to help the British in administration. The early Congress was chaired by W.C. Banerjee. He chaired the first meeting of Indian National Congress. So Indian National Congress founded by A.O. Hume. 1906, Aga Khan and the Nawab Saimullah established the Muslim League. Muslim League started working later under the leadership of Muhammad Ali Jinnah separately. So 1905 Lord Curzon proposed the division of Bengal. Okay, we have to move like this. So 1905 Lord Curzon proposed the division of Bengal. Whenever we speak about Bengal, present day Bangladesh and present day West Bengal, a huge province, even the part of UP and Bihar was considered as Bengal. So the population of Muslim population was very huge. That's why British planned to divide the Bengal. Who decided? That is Lord Curzon. Lord Curzon proposed the division of Bengal. Then what happened? In 1905, Abhinavanath Tagore made the portrait of Bharat Mata. If you could associate the topic of Germania considered as allegory of German. So like that in India, the first portrait of Bharat Mata, Abhinavanath Tagore, the year 1905. Then of course 1906 Muslim League was established. Then what happened in 1907? If you remember, in class 8th we studied that Indian National Congress can be divided into 3 phases, that is moderate phase, extremist phase, the radicals, and Gandhian era. So there was a clash between the senior leaders of Indian National Congress and the young leaders, especially Lal Bal Pal, Lala Lajpat Rai, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Surendranath Banerjee. So Lal is Lala Lajpat Rai, Bal is Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Pal is okay. So Lal Bal Pal, young leaders including Subhash Chandra Bose, they were all not happy with the senior leaders of Indian National Congress. That's why Indian National Congress was divided into extremists and moderates. In 1911, Delhi Darbar was organized and Bengal division was abolished in Delhi Darbar. Continue the flow chart. Delhi Darbar transferred capital from Kolkata to Delhi. So the revolt of 1857, one major change that British started concentrating on Delhi, which earlier they neglected. What happened in the first world, in the world scenario? In the world scenario, in 1914, the First World War started. So war was between Germany and Britain, and Turkey and other countries were part of the war. That's the reason why Khilafat movement. You should remember the Khilafat movement. First World War, you should remember the tension in Balkan province. Then the major incident after that, that is Mahatma Gandhi returned to India. Mahatma Gandhi left India in the year 1907. After completing his law degree, he visited or he shifted himself to South Africa to practice law. But in the year 1915, according to the request of Gopal Krishna Gokhale, Mahatma Gandhi returned to India in the year 1915. That is what? 1915, Mahatma Gandhi returned to India. 1916, Mahatma Gandhi started Champaran Satyagraha against indigo plantation. So indigo plantation. Indigo was the plant used as a dye to color the clothes. Indian farmers were forced to grow the commercial crops like indigo as well as cotton. Initially they were happy, but slowly they understood that it's a tool of exploitation. It's a tool of exploitation. As a result, the Indian farmers rebelled against indigo planters. That is what Champaran. Then Satyagraha by the mill workers in Kheda, Gujarat in 1917. In 1918, Mahatma Gandhi started Satyagraha for cotton textile mill in Gujarat, and 1918 First World War ended. Now, the First World War ended with the insulting treaty over Germany. The Treaty of Versailles, very insulting treaty on Germany, where Germany was made to accept the war guilt. Means Britain made that to the world, or told to the world, that it is a Germany at fault for the World War I. At the same time, East Germany and West Germany was divided. Huge money was imposed on Germany as a compensation. Means Germany should pay compensation to Britain. The Allies, the British and other friendly countries' army was, the military was kept in Germany. Demilitarization was Germany. So, a lot of events took place in the year 1918. One event after that was the League of Nations. The beginning of League of Nations is also one of the major event related to this particular chapter. The British government turned the demand of self-rule, that is what we speak, Swaraj. Swaraj is my birthright, I shall have it. So these are so British denied the rule, and the Rowlatt Act, the most infamous Rowlatt Act. According to the Rowlatt Act, the British government can arrest any Indian under the pretext of political prisoner, and he can be kept in the prison for 2 years without trial. So that is what Rowlatt Act. So Rowlatt Act, the very unfortunate and inhuman incident was the Jallianwala Bagh massacre. So Jallianwala Bagh massacre is associated with the Rowlatt Act of British in the year 1919. Continuing further, so 13 April 1919, Jallianwala Bagh massacre took place in Punjab. Then, in 1919, Khilafat movement was started by Ali brothers, Muhammad Ali and Shaukat Ali. Please remember, Khilafat movement, continuation of First World War. Khalifa or Mustafa Kemal Pasha, Khalifa of Turkey, deposed, removed from the power for supporting Germany in the First World War against Britain. As a result, to showing solidarity, the Indian Muslims started Khilafat movement, that is by Muhammad Ali and Shaukat Ali. In 1920, Mahatma Gandhi started non-cooperation movement. So Mahatma Gandhi felt that the rule of British is purely because we are cooperating with them. So if we stop cooperating with them, then definitely British will leave the country. That is non-cooperation movement. Then in 1922, Mahatma Gandhi withdrew non-cooperation movement after the violence took place in Chauri Chaura. Mahatma Gandhi's major aim, or the way in which he wanted to lead any movement, he said that if you are fighting against injustice, then there is no need of using violence. So Gandhiji strongly believed that the way of struggle should be non-violent, but when non-cooperation movement turned into violence, the Chauri Chaura incident, Gandhiji withdrew the non-cooperation movement in the year 1922. Then, on August 1925, the revolutionaries in Kakori looted the train carrying English treasure. That is what Kakori conspiracy case. Kakori conspiracy case involved by the revolutionary troop of Indian National Congress, because people like Bhagat Singh, Rajguru, Sukhdev, so they were extremists, they were revolutionaries. They felt that tit for tat, if the British officers killing Indians, we should kill the British officer. That is what Chandrasekhar Azad and all those people. So the great revolutionaries. So now the revolutionaries derailed the train in Kakori, and the treasure was going on, and they looted the English treasure. Of course, the treasure collected by Indians only, money collected by the tax, but the looting of train carrying a treasury or the money, that is Kakori conspiracy case of 1925. Then we discuss about the Simon Commission. Now, Simon Commission, under the leadership of Sir John Simon. Simon Commission was appointed to recommend certain administrative reforms to the government or to the Indians. The Indians demanded that, since the commission was established to guide administrative recommendations, Indians should be made as a member of Simon Commission, which was denied by the British government. As a result, Sir Simon Commission, under the leadership of Sir John Simon Commission, landed in India. It was opposed by the Indians with the placard of "Go Back Simon." Lala Lajpat Rai was killed he was injured and later he died because of the protest in Simon Commission. Then 1929, Bhagat Singh Bhukteshwar Dutt threw bomb in the Central Legislative Assembly. The reason for throwing bomb is to create terror, fear in the minds of the British. So that was considered as one of the major event by the revolutionaries. On March 1930, Mahatma Gandhi started the famous Dandi March. The British government introduced the Salt Law. According to the Salt Law, Indians neither manufacture nor sell the salt, and the price of the commodity of salt was raised very high. So Mahatma Gandhi decided to launch a civil disobedience movement, because salt is a very essential as well as very emotional item, commodity. That's the reason why Gandhiji started Salt March from his ashram in Sabarmati towards the coastal place of Gujarat, that is Dandi. And on 6th April 1930, Mahatma Gandhi broke the Salt Law and started civil disobedience movement at Dandi. So Mahatma Gandhi started civil disobedience movement at Dandi. So this is about leftover flow chart. In 1930, Ambedkar organized the Scheduled Caste Depressed Class Association, that is organized by Ambedkar. On 23rd March 1931, Sukhdev, Bhagat Singh, Rajguru, they were executed. 1931, Gandhi-Irwin Pact was signed and civil disobedience movement was withdrawn, suspended. 1931, Mahatma Gandhi participated in second roundtable conference but did not get expected success because of the communal electorate. In 1932, the Pune Pact was signed between Mahatma Gandhi and Ambedkar. Here, Ambedkar agreed to support Mahatma Gandhi in the freedom movement and merging the depressed class association with the Indian National Congress. In 1933, Chaudhry Rahmat Ali first coined the idea of Pakistan. In 1935, the Government of India Act was passed and regional government was formed. And in 1939, the Second World War started, and 1940, a resolution was passed by the Indian National Congress by Muslim League to separate homeland for Pakistan. And in 1942, Quit India movement started by Mahatma Gandhi, the famous slogan of do or die. In 1945, USA dropped nuclear bombs in Japan, Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And 1946, cabinet mission came to India with a proposal of Constituent Assembly. 1947, we attained independence, and 1950, India became republic. So, dear cadets, wonderful flow chart related to the very important events related to the Indian national movement. So related to very important events related to the Indian national movement.